Lessons learned from a season just ended. What's the focus in the off season for you now?
Just getting better. Especially coming off a postseason like we did. We're going to learn from it. We're going to continue to get better.
What's the last 48 hours been like for you?
Just a lot of rest, really. Spending time with my family, things like that. And just come back down there.
Is it too early to reflect, or you just try to maybe get away from basketball the last 2 days?
Definitely try to get away from basketball. Try to relax my mind a little bit, but still reflecting a little bit.
Do you feel the same today as you did Friday about the loss, or if not, how do you feel today?
I'm always going to feel the same about a loss, whether it's in the regular season or postseason. I hate losing, and it's always going to be there. That's why I had my family come up to help me deal with that and go from there.
What influenced your strong finish? Was it the pressure of the playoffs, Paul Pierce in your ear, or what influenced that strong finish you had?
I always wanted to play in the playoffs since I was little, and just being an opportunity to be in the playoffs, I wanted to, play my best that I know I can play, and that's what I felt like I did.
What does Paul Pierce mean to you?
Isn't this beautiful?
Sorry.
Synergy.
In stereo.
It means a lot. I've learned a lot from, this year, whether he told me something or I just picked up. And it's going to stick with me, throughout my NBA career, what to expect in the NBA and how to, be a professional.
Otto, what part of the game do you want to work on this summer?
Of course, I want to work on my fundamentals. Shoot the three. Extend my range out a little bit more. Just work on defense a lot more. I feel like I made strides this year in defense. I want to keep that up, and just getting physically strong. Continue to grow, continue to lift weights, and that aspect.
How do you think that 3-and-D, as they call it, is a good role for you on this team?
Definitely. I feel like it's something that I can, work myself into if I continue to believe and work on it.
Is there a point in the playoffs where you thought, that you kind of sense for yourself that you've kind of taken it to another level, that you that you truly belong playing as those heavy minutes you did out there?
I feel like it's just the beginning. I got to continue to work hard, continue to be patient, and learn, as I play and get better.
What did it mean to you when they gave you that against Toronto in particular, that role going against DeRozan, the guy who made Team USA an All-Star, to sort of be asked to stop him? What did that kind of mean that they gave you that kind of responsibility?
It meant a lot, to be a part of something like that. For my team to ask me to do a certain thing and being able to do it, that's what I wanted. I wanted to help the team out any possible way I could. And if that's, defending, I'd do that.
Otto, by every measure, this was the same performance as last year in terms of the result at the end of the season. But why was this year, collectively as a team, different than a year ago?
It's a whole different team. This past year, I feel like everybody was a lot closer, and we worked so hard to get to this point, and for it to end so short like it did, we felt like we had a lot more in the tank. I feel like we had more to accomplish.
Do you have any big summer plans?
Right now, I'm just taking it day by day right now, but for sure, I definitely will have plans.
On Friday, after the game, Paul Pierce said he was going to have to think about whether to come back. He's got the option to come back next year.
Mm-hmm.
How big a deal is that decision for this team, whether Paul is back next year or not?
This is a big decision for him, whether he come back or not. He's been in the league a long time, he's wondering if he still have enough, to go it again. But, he means a lot to this team.
If Paul doesn't come back, do you feel like you're capable of being a starter and playing the type of basketball you played during the postseason this year?
I feel like I have confidence. Not to fill his shoes or anything, but to step up and, and help out the team any way I can.
What did it mean to have a much larger role this year than last year from your perspective on this team in the playoff run?
I mean, I just tried to help, just being focused and ready, knowing that, time is going to come. Just be ready when it does.
Health is such a big part of it this year for the most part. It was good for you. I mean, how much of that goes along with that confidence, just the fact that you know you're healthy?
Yeah, I mean, I have great trainers, also there whenever, we are nicked up or anything like that. Just, maintain our bodies, make sure we eat right and things like that. So that was a big, part of why we were successful this year was, we was injury-free for the most part. Brad had some injuries, was able to come right back and things like that. So, I mean, it helps a lot.
Generally speaking, summer league can be somewhat, people can dismiss that a little bit because of competition level overall. But for you, how much, you obviously played very well there, how much did that kind of help springboard you into this season?
What is?
How much did summer league kind of help you springboard into what happened this season?
I mean, just confidence, just playing a lot of ball during the summer, getting ready for the season, and that helped. Missing the first, summer league due to injury and stuff. It kind of set me back, but past year, it helped a lot.
What did it feel like the first time you heard the fans chant your name?
I mean, I don't know what it felt like. I guess it's just something that the crowd likes to do. It doesn't make me feel any type of way.
Did you notice that they were chanting your name far more than anybody else during the playoffs?
No, I mean, I played here all my life, back in Georgetown days. So, I mean, I am familiar here, so.
Would you say that this season kind of helped validate maybe that, people had some doubts last season with all the ups and downs you went through, that this season helped answer some of those doubts?
I don't know anything about it, but I mean, it kind of helped me out as far as confidence-wise and what I can bring to the table.
Moving forward, what do you feel this team, this organization needs to do to get to that next level, to break through that second round wall?
I mean, I feel like we just got to continue to grow. I feel like, we continue to grow together, play together, and build together, play through our mistakes, things like that. We're going to get there.
Everybody who's come up here today basically said the same thing. It's probably a different thing if John stays healthy that whole series. Do you feel that?
Definitely. He's our leader. He's our point guard. With him on the court, a lot of things, happen. And without him being on there, things were different. So it definitely would have been different if he had played.
Have a fun summer.